What if I told you that growing older could be one of the most rewarding chapters of your life? That the wisdom, resilience, and joy you've accumulated over the years can actually make this stage of life richer than ever before. If you've ever wondered what lies ahead as you embrace the aging process, I'm here to tell you that it's not just about gray hair or reading glasses. It's about discovering unexpected benefits that come with grace, confidence, and a deeper understanding of yourself. Hi there, and welcome back to our channel, where we focus on making every stage of life vibrant, meaningful, and fulfilling. Today, we're diving into something truly special: the unexpected benefits of aging gracefully. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, or simply curious about what lies ahead, this conversation is for you. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore how growing older can bring surprising gifts, from stronger relationships to a renewed sense of purpose. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how much lighter life feels when you stop worrying about pleasing everyone else and start focusing on what truly matters to you? Aging gives us permission to do exactly that, to shed the pressures of youth and step into a season of authenticity and self-acceptance. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's uncover some of the beautiful surprises that come with growing older. Let's start with one of the most profound benefits of aging gracefully: emotional resilience. Think about it. By now, you've likely faced challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. And guess what? You made it through. Each experience has shaped you into someone who knows how to navigate life's ups and downs with strength and perspective. This isn't just anecdotal. Research shows that emotional well-being often improves as we age. Many people report feeling happier, more content, and less stressed in their later years compared to earlier decades. Why? Because with time comes clarity. You learn what's worth your energy and what's not. For example, have you ever found yourself letting go of grudges or conflicts that used to weigh heavily on your mind? Maybe you've realized that holding on to anger only hurts you, not the other person. Or perhaps you've started prioritizing kindness over being right in disagreements. These shifts might seem small, but they add up to a profound sense of peace. Emotional resilience allows you to face life's curveballs, not with fear, but with a quiet confidence that says, "I've got this." Another unexpected benefit of aging is the deepening of relationships. As we grow older, we naturally gravitate toward quality over quantity when it comes to friendships and connections. You may find yourself surrounded by fewer people, but those who remain are the ones who truly matter. There's something incredibly comforting about having a close-knit circle of friends or family members who know you inside and out and love you anyway. These bonds become even stronger as shared memories pile up and mutual respect deepens. And let's not forget the joy of intergenerational connections. For many of us, grandchildren, or nieces, nephews, or younger neighbors bring a fresh spark of energy and curiosity into our lives. Spending time with younger generations reminds us to see the world through their eyes, to marvel at simple wonders like fireflies, rainbows, or a perfectly ripe strawberry. At the same time, sharing stories, traditions, and lessons from your own life creates a bridge between past and present. It's a two-way street of learning and growth that enriches everyone involved. Now, let's talk about another remarkable aspect of aging: increased self-awareness. By this point in life, you've had decades to figure out what makes you tick, what brings you joy, what drains your energy, and what aligns with your values. This heightened self-awareness allows you to live more intentionally. Instead of chasing external validation or societal expectations, you can focus on activities, hobbies, and pursuits that genuinely fulfill you. Whether it's painting, gardening, volunteering, or traveling, these passions become anchors that ground you in happiness and purpose. Here's an example. Imagine waking up each morning knowing exactly how you want to spend your day because you've designed a routine that works for you. No rushing, no unnecessary obligations, just a steady rhythm of doing things that light you up. For some, that might mean starting the day with yoga or meditation. For others, it could involve tending to a backyard garden or writing letters to loved ones. The beauty of this stage of life is that you get to decide what fills your hours, and that freedom is priceless. But wait, there's more. Another hidden gem of aging gracefully is the gift of patience. Yes, patience. When you're younger, it's easy to feel rushed or pressured to achieve certain milestones by specific timelines. But as you grow older, you realize that life unfolds in its own time, and that's perfectly okay. This newfound patience extends to all areas of life. You're less likely to sweat the small stuff, whether it's traffic jams, misplaced keys, or minor inconveniences. Instead, you approach challenges with calmness and humor, knowing they'll pass eventually. Patience also helps you savor the present moment. Rather than constantly looking ahead to the next big event or milestone, you begin to appreciate the beauty of everyday experiences. The warmth of sunlight streaming through the window, the sound of birds chirping in the morning, or the laughter of friends during a cozy dinner. These seemingly ordinary moments take on extraordinary meaning when you slow down enough to notice them. Now that we've explored emotional resilience, deepened relationships, self-awareness, and patience, let's transition to another powerful benefit of aging: the opportunity to redefine success. For so much of our lives, success is often tied to external markers, career achievements, financial status, or social recognition. But as you grow older, you begin to see that true success isn't about accolades or possessions. It's about living authentically, contributing to others, and finding contentment within yourself. We'll dive deeper into this idea and discuss how it opens doors to new adventures in the next part of our conversation. So far, we've uncovered some of the unexpected treasures that come with aging gracefully: resilience, connection, self-awareness, and patience. But trust me, we're just scratching the surface. Keep watching, because the best is yet to come. Together, we'll continue exploring how this incredible phase of life offers opportunities for growth, fulfillment, and joy that you might never have imagined. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's next. Now that we've explored emotional resilience, deepened relationships, self-awareness, and patience, let's delve into another transformative benefit of aging gracefully: the chance to redefine success on your own terms. For decades, many of us have been conditioned to measure success by external standards: titles at work, size of homes, or numbers in bank accounts. But as you grow older, something shifts. You start to realize that these markers don't define true fulfillment. Instead, success becomes about living authentically, nurturing meaningful connections, and contributing to the world in ways that align with your values. Let's break this down a little further. Have you ever noticed how liberating it feels to let go of comparisons? Aging gracefully gives you permission to step away from the endless race of keeping up with others. Instead, you begin to focus on what truly matters to you. For some, this might mean dedicating more time to volunteering or mentoring younger generations. For others, it could involve pursuing creative passions like painting, writing, or playing music. These pursuits aren't necessarily tied to financial gain or status. They're driven by joy, purpose, and a desire to leave a positive impact. Take Mary, for example, a woman I once met during a community event. In her 60s, she decided to retire from her corporate job and dedicate herself to teaching art classes at a local senior center. At first, she was hesitant, worried that she wasn't good enough or that people wouldn't take her seriously. But within weeks, she discovered something incredible. Her students weren't there to critique her skills. They were there to connect, learn, and share laughter. Teaching became her way of giving back, and it brought her immense satisfaction. Stories like Mary's remind us that redefining success isn't just empowering, it's contagious. When you live authentically, you inspire others to do the same. Another unexpected benefit of aging is the freedom to embrace imperfection. Let's face it, no one has their life perfectly figured out, not even those who seem to have it all together. Yet as we age, we become more comfortable with our quirks, flaws, and limitations. This acceptance doesn't mean settling. Rather, it means recognizing that perfection is overrated. Life is messy, unpredictable, and beautiful, and embracing its imperfections allows you to enjoy it more fully. For instance, think about hobbies or activities you may have avoided in the past because you feared failure or judgment. Maybe you always wanted to try dancing but assumed you'd look silly. Or perhaps you dreamed of joining a book club but worried you wouldn't fit in. Now is the perfect time to cast those doubts aside and dive in anyway. The truth is, most people are too busy focusing on themselves to care about your missteps. And besides, trying new things, even imperfectly, adds richness and excitement to your days. Now let's talk about gratitude. If you've ever heard the phrase, gratitude turns what we have into enough, you know how powerful it can be. Aging gracefully often brings a heightened sense of appreciation for the simple pleasures in life, the smell of fresh coffee brewing, the sound of rain tapping against the window, or the warmth of a hug from someone you love. Gratitude helps shift your mindset from scarcity, I don't have enough, to abundance, I have so much to be thankful for. It's not about ignoring challenges or hardships. It's about finding balance and focusing on the good. One practical way to cultivate gratitude is through journaling. Taking just 5 minutes each day to write down 3 things you're grateful for can make a significant difference in your outlook. Over time, you'll notice patterns. Things you might have taken for granted suddenly stand out as blessings. Perhaps it's the kindness of a neighbor, the beauty of nature outside your door, or the comfort of a favorite chair. By acknowledging these gifts, you train your brain to seek out positivity, even on tough days. Speaking of tough days, let's address another remarkable aspect of aging: the ability to handle adversity with grace. Life will inevitably throw curveballs, regardless of age, but as you grow older, you develop tools to cope with them more effectively. Part of this comes from experience. You've likely faced difficult situations before and emerged stronger. Another part comes from perspective. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable now feel more manageable because you understand that they're temporary. Consider this analogy. When you're young, obstacles can feel like towering mountains blocking your path. But as you age, you gain the wisdom to see them for what they really are: small bumps in the road. Sure, they might slow you down temporarily, but they won't stop you from reaching your destination. This mindset shift is incredibly freeing. It allows you to approach setbacks with calmness and creativity, knowing that every problem has a solution if you're willing to look for it. Another hidden gem of aging gracefully is the opportunity to simplify your life. Over the years, you accumulate possessions, responsibilities, and commitments, but not all of them bring value. As you grow older, you begin to recognize what truly adds meaning to your days and what simply weighs you down. Decluttering, both physically and mentally, can be incredibly liberating. Whether it's donating clothes you no longer wear, canceling subscriptions you don't use, or setting boundaries with toxic relationships, simplifying creates space for what truly matters. Imagine walking into a room filled only with items that spark joy or serve a purpose. No clutter, no distractions, just peace and clarity. This minimalist approach applies to your schedule too. Saying no to obligations that drain your energy makes room for activities that nourish your soul. Simplicity isn't about deprivation, it's about intentionality. And when you live intentionally, you create a life that feels lighter, brighter, and infinitely more satisfying. Finally, let's circle back to the idea of legacy. Not in the traditional sense of leaving behind wealth or property, but in terms of the lasting impact you have on the people and communities around you. Aging gracefully gives you the unique opportunity to reflect on the mark you want to leave on the world. What lessons do you want to pass on? What stories do you want to tell? How can you use your talents and experiences to uplift others? Legacy building doesn't require grand gestures. Sometimes it's the smallest acts of kindness that resonate most deeply: a handwritten note of encouragement, a listening ear during a tough moment, or a warm smile shared with a stranger. These moments ripple outward, touching lives in ways you might never fully realize. And isn't that the ultimate form of success? Knowing that you've made someone's day or life a little brighter? As we wrap up this section, I hope you're beginning to see how aging gracefully opens doors to opportunities you may not have anticipated. From redefining success to embracing imperfection, cultivating gratitude, handling adversity, simplifying your life, and building a meaningful legacy, these benefits enrich every aspect of your existence. But we're not done yet. In the final part of our conversation, we'll explore how to nurture your physical and mental well-being while continuing to thrive in this remarkable stage of life. Stay tuned, because the journey toward graceful aging is far from over, and the best is still ahead. Now that we've explored the emotional, relational, and philosophical benefits of aging gracefully, let's turn our attention to something equally important: nurturing your physical and mental well-being. After all, feeling good in body and mind is essential for making the most of this vibrant stage of life. And here's the beautiful truth: taking care of yourself doesn't have to mean drastic changes or rigid routines. It's about finding balance, staying active, and prioritizing practices that keep you energized and engaged. Let's start with physical health because, let's face it, how you feel physically often sets the tone for everything else. As we age, our bodies naturally change. They may not bounce back as quickly from late nights or heavy meals, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to work with these changes rather than against them. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to support your physical well-being is through movement. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting weights at the gym, unless that's your thing. Instead, think about activities that bring you joy while keeping your body strong and flexible. For example, walking is one of the best exercises for people of any age. It's low impact, easy on the joints, and can be done almost anywhere. Whether it's a morning stroll through your neighborhood, a hike in nature, or a leisurely walk along the beach, moving your body outdoors connects you with fresh air and scenery, which boosts both physical and mental health. If weather or mobility limits outdoor activity, consider indoor alternatives like gentle yoga, tai chi, or water aerobics. These practices improve balance, flexibility, and strength, all crucial for maintaining independence as you grow older. Another cornerstone of physical well-being: nutrition. Eating well isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about fueling your body so you can live life to the fullest. Thankfully, healthy eating doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. Swap processed snacks for nuts, seeds, or hummus with veggies. And don't forget hydration. Water is essential for everything from digestion to skin health. That said, don't stress too much about perfection. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and that includes indulging in your favorite treats now and then. The goal is progress, not perfection. For instance, if you love baking, try experimenting with healthier versions of your go-to recipes. Or if dining out is a pleasure, opt for dishes that are grilled instead of fried and share entrees to avoid overeating. Small, sustainable choices add up over time, helping you maintain vitality without sacrificing enjoyment. Now let's talk about sleep, a pillar of well-being that often gets overlooked but is absolutely critical. Quality rest becomes even more important as we age because it supports memory, mood regulation, immune function, and overall recovery. Unfortunately, many people experience changes in their sleep patterns later in life, such as waking up earlier or struggling to fall asleep. While some of this is normal, there are steps you can take to improve your sleep hygiene. Start by creating a calming bedtime routine. Dim the lights an hour before bed, put away screens, yes, even your phone, and engage in relaxing activities like reading, meditating, or journaling. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet, and stick to a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. If you find yourself lying awake at night, resist the urge to stress about it. Instead, get out of bed and do something soothing until you feel sleepy again. Remember, restorative rest isn't just about quantity, it's about quality. Speaking of relaxation, let's shift gears to mental well-being. Aging gracefully means taking care of your mind just as much as your body. Mental health is deeply intertwined with emotional resilience, gratitude, and connection, all topics we've touched on earlier, but it also involves actively engaging your brain to stay sharp and curious. One of the best ways to do this is by learning new skills or diving into hobbies that challenge you intellectually. Consider picking up a musical instrument, learning a new language, or tackling puzzles like crosswords or Sudoku. Activities that require focus and problem solving stimulate neural pathways, keeping your mind agile. Even exploring unfamiliar subjects through books, podcasts, or online courses can reignite a sense of wonder and discovery. Lifelong learning isn't just beneficial, it's fun. It reminds us that growth doesn't stop at any age. Another powerful tool for mental well-being is mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness simply means being present in the moment without judgment. This can look different for everyone. Some people meditate, Others practice deep breathing exercises, and still others find mindfulness in everyday tasks like cooking or gardening. Whatever form it takes, mindfulness helps reduce stress, improve concentration, and foster a greater appreciation for life's simple pleasures. Research shows that regular mindfulness practice can even lower blood pressure and boost immune function, making it a win-win for both body and mind. Of course, no discussion of mental well-being would be complete without addressing social connections. Loneliness and isolation are real concerns for many older adults, but they're not inevitable. Staying socially active is one of the best things you can do for your mental health. Join clubs, attend community events, volunteer, or reconnect with old friends. Technology also offers incredible opportunities to stay in touch. Video calls, messaging apps, and social media platforms allow you to bridge distances and maintain relationships with loved ones near and far. If you're hesitant about using technology, don't worry. There's no need to become a tech wizard overnight. Start small, perhaps by asking a family member or friend to help you set up a video call or show you how to use a specific app. Once you get the hang of it, you'll likely find that staying connected digitally adds another layer of convenience and joy to your interactions. Now, let's address something that often goes unspoken: the importance of self-compassion. Growing older comes with its own set of challenges, whether it's adjusting to physical changes, navigating loss, or adapting to new roles in life. During these times, it's crucial to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Be gentle with yourself when things don't go as planned, and celebrate your efforts rather than fixating on outcomes. Self-compassion isn't selfish. It's necessary for maintaining resilience and happiness. One way to cultivate self-compassion is through affirmations. These short, positive statements remind you of your worth and capabilities. For example, "I am enough exactly as I am," or "I handle challenges with grace and strength." Repeating these phrases daily can rewire negative thought patterns and reinforce a positive mindset. Pair this practice with gratitude journaling, and you'll create a powerful foundation for mental well-being. Finally, let's talk about purpose, the driving force that keeps you motivated and inspired. Finding purpose doesn't necessarily mean starting a second career or embarking on a grand mission, though those are wonderful options if they resonate with you. Purpose can be as simple as dedicating time to causes or activities that bring you fulfillment. Volunteering at a local shelter, mentoring young professionals, or advocating for issues close to your heart are all meaningful ways to contribute. Purpose gives your days direction and reminds you that your presence matters. As we wrap up this section, I hope you're feeling empowered to nurture your physical and mental well-being in ways that honor who you are today. From embracing movement and mindful eating to prioritizing sleep, staying mentally engaged, fostering connections, practicing self-compassion, and seeking purpose, these strategies ensure that you continue to thrive as you age. But we're not quite finished yet. In the final part of our conversation, we'll reflect on how to embrace aging as a journey of continuous growth and joy, and leave you with actionable steps to carry forward into this next chapter of life. Stay tuned, because the best is truly yet to come. As we near the end of our conversation today, I want to leave you with one final thought. Aging gracefully isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's about embracing each day with curiosity, gratitude, and an open heart, knowing that every stage of life brings its own unique gifts. The beauty of growing older lies not in clinging to youth, but in celebrating where you are right now and looking forward to what's still ahead. So let's take a moment to reflect on how you can carry these insights into your daily life and continue thriving in this remarkable chapter. Let's start by acknowledging something profound. Aging is a privilege. Not everyone gets the chance to grow old, and recognizing this truth can shift your perspective in powerful ways. When you wake up each morning, remind yourself that simply being here is a gift. This mindset doesn't mean ignoring challenges or hardships. It means choosing to see the good alongside the difficult. Life becomes richer when you approach it with appreciation for both the highs and the lows. One way to cultivate this sense of gratitude is by creating rituals that ground you in the present moment. For example, begin each day with a few minutes of reflection. Sit quietly, Breathe deeply and set an intention for how you'd like to show up in the world that day. Maybe it's today, I will laugh often, or I will focus on kindness. These small affirmations act as anchors, guiding you back to what truly matters when distractions arise. Similarly, end each evening by reflecting on 3 things that went well or brought you joy. Over time, these practices train your brain to seek out positivity, even during tough times. Now, let's talk about how to keep growing, because growth doesn't stop at any age. In fact, one of the most exciting aspects of aging is the freedom to explore new interests, passions, and possibilities. Think about all the things you've always wanted to try but never had the time or courage for. Is there a hobby you've been curious about? A skill you'd love to learn? A dream you've tucked away for someday? Well, guess what? Someday is now. Take Margaret, for instance, a woman in her late 70s who decided to sign up for a pottery class after years of admiring handmade ceramics. At first, she felt intimidated, worried she wouldn't be able to keep up with younger students or produce anything worthwhile. But within weeks, she discovered a hidden talent and a deep love for working with clay. Her creations became cherished gifts for family and friends, and the process itself brought her immense satisfaction. Margaret's story reminds us that it's never too late to discover something new about ourselves, or to surprise others and ourselves with what we're capable of. Another way to foster continuous growth is by staying curious. Ask questions, read widely, and remain open to learning from people of all ages and backgrounds. Curiosity keeps your mind sharp and your spirit alive. It also helps combat stereotypes about aging, that somehow older adults should slow down or step aside. On the contrary, you have so much wisdom to share and so much more to discover. By staying engaged with the world around you, you defy outdated notions of what it means to grow old. Of course, part of embracing aging gracefully is accepting that change is inevitable, and that's okay. Your body may not move the way it once did, or your energy levels might fluctuate. Friendships may shift, and priorities will evolve. Instead of resisting these changes, lean into them. Adaptation is a form of resilience, and flexibility often leads to unexpected joys. For example, if running no longer feels comfortable, try swimming or cycling instead. If large social gatherings feel overwhelming, host intimate dinners or coffee dates with close friends. There's always a way to adjust while staying true to who you are. And speaking of authenticity, let's talk about the importance of living boldly. As you grow older, societal expectations tend to fade into the background, giving you permission to live life on your terms. Wear what makes you feel confident, speak your truth, and pursue whatever sets your soul on fire. Don't let fear hold you back, whether it's fear of failure, judgment, or the unknown. You've earned the right to take risks, however big or small, and to define success for yourself. For some, living boldly might mean traveling solo to a far-off destination. For others, it could involve starting a blog, writing memoirs, or finally launching that business idea you've been mulling over. Whatever it is, trust that you have the strength and experience to navigate uncharted territory. After all, you've already overcome countless obstacles to get here. Why stop now? Finally, let's circle back to the idea of legacy. Not just what you leave behind, but how you live each day. Legacy is built through actions, words, and presence. It's the warmth of your smile, the encouragement you offer, and the way you make others feel seen and valued. Every interaction matters, because every person you touch carries a piece of you with them. So ask yourself, how do you want to be remembered? What kind of impact do you want to have? The answer doesn't have to be grandiose. Perhaps it's as simple as being known as someone who listened without judgment, laughed freely, or spread kindness wherever they went. Those qualities may seem small, but their ripple effects are enormous. By focusing on leaving a positive imprint, you ensure that your legacy extends far beyond material possessions or achievements. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a call to action. Start small, but start today. Whether it's taking a walk in nature, trying a new recipe, reaching out to an old friend, or signing up for a class, choose one thing that excites you and commit to it. Then build from there. Remember, aging gracefully isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up fully, embracing the journey, and savoring every step along the way. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of the unexpected benefits of aging gracefully. My hope is that you leave feeling inspired, empowered, and ready to embrace this next chapter with open arms. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more content designed to enrich your life at every stage. Until next time, remember this: growing older is not the end of adventure. It's the beginning of a deeper, more fulfilling one. Here's to living life with grace, purpose, and joy. You've got this.